Hello race fans and welcome to Bombersports Plays NASCAR 15. We are represented on the NASCAR Sprint Cup grid. Can we make our way into the chase? Can we win the Sprint Cup Championship? Can we achieve glory as a Brit abroad, an Englishman in New York? It's time to find out. Here is our car. This was voted by you, the fans. You voted on Instagram and Facebook for me to drive a Toyota. Overwhelmingly voted in favour of Toyota. And I've got no problem with that. I'm not one of these rednecks that goes, oh, it's Jeb Crab, shouldn't be in NASCAR. The Toyota looks good for this year, and there is our paint scheme. This is our Bombersports Mobile, our machine of noise. Let's get started, shall we? First up, we have, I think this is quite interesting. I like the fact they've done this. They've split Daytona up in that you have to go through the Duels first as a separate event before the Daytona 500. So, Team Bombersports stepping out onto the Sprint Cup grid. Rookie driver, British driver. This is going to end well, isn't it? Yeah, it is single car qualifying, which is not a bad thing. No one likes group qualifying. Group qualifying at Daytona this year went down about as well as a bout of Ebola. I'm quite happy with single car qualifying, thank you very much. Unsurprisingly, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is currently the pole man with a 47.2. So let's see how we shake out here. This race setup might still be good enough for a pole here. I've got it on 85% difficulty. I think that might be a good qualify. Oh, we might do this. Oh, yeah. Straight to the pole. That's my race setup. Still up us to a second up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is entirely down to the setup. I mean, it is all about the setup here. So, RocketSpeedShop.com do a great job of their setups, and they make an amateur like me look good. Because as you'll see when we get into the race, that advantage I have is not going to translate into crushing dominance. So we should go a little bit quicker here. Yes! 46.07. I'm on the pole for the Daytona 500. On the pole ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. So the fans hate me. Junior Nation is now throwing bottles at me on the track. That I've denied their favourite, the pole for the 500. Tony Stewart, row 2 alongside Paul Menard. Clint Boyer and then Danica Patrick. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Blaney sneaking into the top 10. Now, of course, this being Daytona 500 qualifying, they'll now split the field down the middle. So let's get down to it, shall we? It's going to be fun. I think we're doing a 50% dual race. So 30 laps. Times 2 fuel and tyre wear, which means we will have to stop for fuel at least once. So there's going to be strategy, there's going to be speed, there's going to be tension, there's going to be incredible racing, there's going to be close finishes, probably going to be some crashes, especially as I'm involved, and there's going to be a hell of a lot of noise, because that's exactly what we're about to bring on NASCAR 15. Let's bring the noise!
It's time to set the starting lineup for the Daytona 500 with a pair of 150-mile qualifying races. The Duel at Daytona. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, these races are fun because the driver has one responsibility. Don't wreck the car. Go out there, get some information, kind of prepare for the Daytona 500. So go out there, drive smart, and oh, by the way, try to win.
This is the opportunity these teams have been working on all winter. It's time to go earn a spot in the Daytona 500 or load up and go home.
Anyway, enough of that. No more frivolity. It is time to bring all of the noise we've got and more. Let's go! I've got Tony Stewart on my outside. I'm leaning off on the pole. I don't mind being out in front. Too much. I said too much. We'll see. See on that one. Boys trying to look to the inside. Nothing there. Just stay on the bottom. That's all I'm doing. I feel like David Gilliland now. Do you remember when David Gilliland was on the pole for the Daytona 500 in 2007? Oh my. Uh-oh. Boyer's giving me a shove down the back straight. Toyota's leading the way. Look at this.
Car right behind you.
Boyer, me, and Matt Kenseth.
On your rear.
This is pretty cool.
He's
Going
still
down
on
to the
you.
bottom. Going down to the bottom to
Still
protect
right
from Matt
behind
Kenseth.
you.
Matt Kenseth, if you dare push me in the corners, I will fight you. I'll fight you. Looking high as well. I want to go around the outside, that's fair enough. I've made it through a lap, and I haven't crashed.
Awesome lap.
I haven't died. And in fact, they're checking up a little bit behind. Austin Dillon's coming through. Look at this. The Dow Powerhouse. The Dower House.
Got a car behind.
Coming through.
Car one back.
Lap number 3. Where have we seen this up front at Daytona before? I have no idea.
Car
Anyway.
in line with you.
I think that's AJ Allman looking behind him. Hey AJ, how you doing? My favourite driver's up here, representing. And Casey Mears up here as well. Pretty
On your
good.
bumper.
Yeah, I think we're still good. I'm staying down here as well, because as soon as I go up to the outside or near the wall, I will inevitably get into the
Car
wall.
tucked in behind you.
And I never like when they just have a look to the inside there. You're like, I know there's no room there. You cannot fit a car down there. I think it's because I still don't
Right
quite
along
trust
with
the
you.
AI in these
Way to
games.
go, buddy. You're holding the fastest time
Although
right
having
now.
said that, Dylan was just looking for the lead there, and he got
Three
rudely
back.
ousted by Casey Mears there, who is bringing Ryan Newman along for the ride with him. Oh, he's to the inside. Oh! Oh, that was my fault. That was my fault. Oops. Oops. Oopsie. Sorry. Sorry about that. Well, that was a bit awkward. Oh, we kind of conversed into each other, actually. I don't know. I'm still going to take responsibility for that because I kind of went left and overcorrected.
You want to come in?
Am I going to come in? I've just caused the big one. You think I'm not... Actually, I've not got that much damage, surprisingly. Just some left front damage.
We're ready when you are, pal.
Repair. Yeah, that's the obvious one. Tires to right. May as well. It's going to take me the length of a 4-tyre stock
Okay,
anyway.
boys, be safe and smart. Here we go.
Yes. I'm not quite sure the good setups in this game jack the nose up like that at the super speed road. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Look at that. The noise mobile. Looking surprisingly clean. It's just slapped the wall at 190 miles an hour. I'm not going to question that. I'm quite glad that the damage model is more forgiving. I'm not unhappy with that at all.
You'll start at the tail of the field. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Step it up.
I don't mind this too much, as I say. Tony Stewart's back here. So the front row now becomes the back row within about 5 laps. Right, so... let's just tuck in back here for a bit. I say I don't mind this so much. I'm not too much of a fan of pack racing as it is. Mainly because I'm not very good at it. It's a bit like why I'm always amazed how people are like, oh, Ryan Newman hates pack racing. Every time there's a big crash at a restrict plate track, he's like, oh, I hate pack racing. Pack racing sucks. And everyone's like, oh my god, Ryan Newman said pack racing sucks. Yeah, the guy who every time he goes to a restrict plate track either ends up upside down or with someone on their roof on top of his car. I can't think at all why on earth he hates plate racing. Yeah, about that. Oh, we're tucking up to the inside here. Oh, steady. Steady. That's the thing, you just get such a suck.
Wide, 2 outside.
You just suck up to the guy in front of you so quickly. That's the danger. And then if you just drift a little bit,
At your door.
it's very risky. Right, well, actually, we're right in the middle of where I
At your
didn't
door.
want to be.
Up top, at your door.
Oh my goodness, why do cars just
3
drift?
wide. 3 wide.
Oh,
There
and
we
Tony Stewart's decided to fill the gap immediately, not realising it was me he was racing, and he needs to give me all the room in the world.
go. Got one
Right,
working
let's just
the
tuck
top.
in here. We're in 17th. We're sort of at the back end of the main pack.
Car
The other guys
outside,
have split
at your
away.
door.
Michael McDowell's coming up alongside us.
Car
Just
outside.
you're not flat out the whole way around because people keep banging into each other up ahead and they're so congested that you've got to just Trevor Bain comes to join us on the bottom lane. You've just got to keep. You can't go flat. You've got to let off at times and just not, because if you do, you end up driving into the guy in front of you like this, like this. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
You don't need to block.
As I say,
Go drive
totally don't
behind
blame Ryan Newman for not liking plate racing. I think it's spectacular to watch, but oh my goodness, mate. Oh my goodness.
Still
My foot wasn't even
outside.
on the brake then. That was a bit nerve-wracking. The top lane keeps
Okay,
getting jammed
behind
up, so oh hello, this will be useful. There you go. Right, we cleared the top lane. So now
Follow
I can
side.
tuck in behind. Actually, do I keep going? Yeah, why not? Let's go. Look at this.
Nice work, man.
Choo-choo! All aboard the Bombersports train. To the lead.
top.
The Cole Witt train.
Clear
Oh,
on the
yeah, yeah. Look at this. Cole Witt replicated his great run in the real
Got one
Budweiser
behind
Duels
you.
this year. Oh, screw you, Tony Stewart. I'm going with my man Cole Witt. Let's go. Oops. Oops.
Good
Okay. Okay. That didn't work so well. Okay, Cole. I'm not going with you. I'm not going with you.
Low.
Cole, I'm really not going with you again. You've totally just my race up.
At your door on the bottom.
Put me in a bloody.
Get
Oh,
it
you.
next time, buddy.
Oh my God.
Got a car low.
Now my right front's badly damaged and people are just... do you guys want to let me in? I can't turn my car right now, so
One down
going
low.
right alongside me, not a good idea. No, they're still going. AJ, come on, I like you, man, but oh my God, and now I've hit the safer barrier. This is just going to hell in a handcart, really. Why don't I... Oh, hello. There we go. Why has he got a star
You're
alongside
good
him?
low.
Kevin Harvick's got like a sort of star on his car. I don't know why. Let's go with him, shall we?
Work your way around
In
him.
the push. Oh my God.
Keep a good pace.
I'm having to
You're
try
doing
and
great.
work out how to drive my car, considering the steering is completely messed up. Sorry, I'm going back to Kevin Hart. I'm just going back to clear air. I just want some clear air around me for now. There we go. That's
Clear up
better.
top.
I'll probably get drafted to in a minute, but these guys are checking up as well, so we should be okay. As I say, I'm just trying to work out on the fly how to steer my car now that the right front has completely failed. Yeah, they're lining up to overtake me in a minute. I'll just tuck in on the yellow line again and... no, Kev, don't be doing that. No, Kev, just don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
He's going to try. He's going to
Watch
try.
your
Is he
mirror,
going
he's coming up fast.
to give me a push?
Right
Or
behind you.
no, he's looking for the pass. He
Still with
didn't want to draw for me. He's like, no, I ain't rolling with this
behind
fool. Not that I blame him. Although we have now drafted up to the back of the field. This is interesting. Where do we go from here? I'm just going to let off, considering as I don't want to stay on the bottom because I can't get it turned to the bottom where my right front is damaged. I'm just going to sit here for a minute and let this play out. The field is split up a little bit now, probably because of my my instance, if you will. But there we go. Right, to the bottom then. Let's go.
Car high.
Let's just let off a little bit. As you say, you get such a pull on the guy in front of you. You end up careering straight into the action, and you have no idea what to do.
Up top.
Steady,
Really good right
steady, steady. There we go. That's good. That's good. There's Cole Whitten up in front, who was responsible for putting me in this situation in the first place. I just gave him such a kick up the arse, it actually backfired. So, David Reagan's now behind me. So we're good. Oh, brake, brake. You've got to have 360-degree vision
Car at your door.
to do these races.
Top at your door.
Steady, David. Don't be tempted. Do not be tempted. Oh, hello. To the inside. Jib Burton is leading the way.
Keep it low.
But we're going to
Keep
be
it
3
low.
wide down the back straight.
3 wide. 2 outside.
Oh, this is... I don't think this is going to end well. Actually, it is, because I'm back in the lead.
Right side's clear.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Nicely done. Team Bombersports racing back to the lead.
Got a car behind.
That's a pretty good confidence boost, considering I fell back twice there. Oh, no, hang on. Here comes Cole Witt.
Car underneath.
He doesn't like me in this race. Whoa. Well, he stayed away that time. Ha! That's karma. That's what that is, pal. After you accidentally screwed up my race. Alright, so it's lap 12 now. We're coming in for fuel stops pretty soon. Brian Vickers is behind. Sorry, yeah. Brian Vickers is still in this car in this game, isn't he? Makes me sad he's not in the car in real life. I've never known a guy have such bad luck as Brian Vickers. Right, well, I've got a phalanx of Toyotas looking to take the lead off of me. Vickers, steady. Michael Watcher Racing representing up here with Vickers and Boyer.
Your bumper.
Carl Evans is also up there as well.
We're in line with you.
In his first race with Joe Gibbs, number 19, the Aris car. But, they back off for now. I think they're giving me a bit of room. They're just like, yeah, we'll just let that guy do what he needs to do, and it should work out just fine. Considering I'm still doing this with Dab, I'm actually pulling away, you know, a little bit. Might push the difficulty up a little bit, but then again, we're barely halfway in the race. There's still a lot that can happen. And as you can see, I've already crashed once and should have crashed again. So, as I say, this pace is a misnomer. It's almost entirely down to the setup. But I'm happy to be out front for now. As long as we can make it past 15 laps on fuel, which we should easily do, then we should be good. In fact, guys are already pitting. I can see Jeb Burton, I think, pulling off to the pits. And guys behind are giving me a wide berth. It's like, yeah, just let that Johnson guy who's not Jimmy Johnson, just let him do his own thing for a bit, and then we'll own him at the end of the race. I really want this series to kind of be a bit of a feedback series for NASCAR 16 and DMI games going forward. I really want them to sort of take some positive feedback out of this, and for you guys to sort of let them know what you want from a NASCAR game and what they can do, because they're now taking on the license. They seem to be really into it, real enthusiastic, which is great to see. You got the sense for many years that it was treated poorly by games companies who couldn't really care, to be honest. They were just like, it's just something. I am having fun out there, actually. Thank you, Spotter. And the spotter's still working, so I think there's been a little bit of bug fixing in this game, because I mean the level of bugs in the last game was just awful. The spotter is still working, so that's something. I can still hear my crew, so that's also something. Jeb Burton coming out of the pit lane there. Damage is being fixed in the pits. That's also something. I'll say, go back and watch my Bad Games Beatdown video on NASCAR 14. You won't believe how many stupid bugs and glitches there were. I'm not sure the AI has improved. They still seem very twitchy and a bit like you can't really be trusted to race them. We'll pit in at the end of the next lap. But yeah, generally I think there's been some bug fixing. Apparently multiplayer has been worked on, and they've been trying to bug fix in multiplayer. I'm not touching that again with a barge pole for a long time. Mainly because I suck online anyway. League racer, I am not. So here we go. Right, those guys fly by on the track. It's 55 miles an hour. That's the speed limit. So there you go. Perfect.
I think we should change those tires out.
I think so too,
buddy,
Jeff.
We're ready for you.
Phil, yep. Believe it or not, I've actually got more damage from that clout with the wall than I did from that big one I caused at the start of the race. Not quite sure how that works, but anyway. Halfway, no adjustments needed. The car's very good.
Okay, boys, here we go.
Here comes the Noisemobile. And showing the scars of battle. Most of the right side still torn off. And now the pit crew noise is working. It actually makes the whole pit stop thing look better, because the animations are very good. But it just would be ruined by the fact that the noises would just disappear and it will all be happening. It'll be like a mind pit stop. We're out and back in the race in 17th. Colwitt's in 18th, and we've got quite a few guys coming up behind us. I think they're up at full speed. So we'll see what happens there. You have to go the long way round. Oh no, we're up to speed. It's David Reagan. No, not David Reagan. It's not David Reagan, it's Brian Vickers.
Watch your rear.
Well, okay. You guys go through.
Stay up top, you're good right there.
Oh, now I've got to recalibrate how I'm steering. Because, yet again, you know, now I've got my car's fixed, it's back to steering like normal.
We got this, buddy.
So, we're just letting the pit stop cycle wear out. I've actually just lost a lap there, so... Well, even if the caution comes out now I should still get the lucky dog, but... Let's just roll with the Michael Waltrip Racing duo up in here. Doing pretty well, I must say. Hanging up there. Boy, taking a look for the lead on his teammate. And he ducks back in. And he's going again. It's quite interesting. Some inter-team politics in front of us. They're racing each other. They are racing. Boy goes to the lead ahead of Vickers. But I think they're both coming to the pits very soon. They should be anyway, because even without that early caution, they should be... Even with that early caution, sorry, they should be coming down to pit. Well, Vickers is coming in.
Left side's clear.
So, Boyer will go one more lap. I'll stick with him while that's happening. In fact, I shall... Shall I? No. I'm just going to tuck behind. See, this is quite useful in its own way, just sitting behind another car on these plate tracks and working out how not to just drive up their arse repeatedly and cause massive crashes, because that's, you know, when to let off. Don't push in the corners. That's monumentally stupid. Just don't do that, because you think the AI twitches and twerks down the straights when you push them? Like that. Well, that's relatively clear. I think you give them a massive shot, the AI just can't cope with it. They're just like, oh no, can't deal with this, can't deal, cannot deal. And they can't even. They're like an odd number of white girls in a Starbucks. They can't even. Sorry. It's a bad joke. Bad joke. He's still out. He's still out. He must have, I don't know. He must be doing well on fuel. That's overtaken. Sod it. Back on the lead lap. Past Austin Dillon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Steady. Oh, that was... Oh, what the hell? What on earth just happened? My car just got loose. I don't know what happened. I touched the bottom, then slid. That's unbelievable. I do not know what just happened. Right then, well, this is going to make for an interesting final 10 laps. I don't understand what happened there. Literally, I suddenly got caught on the yellow line.
Here we go.
I tried steering off of it, and then immediately spun. Very weird. The wheel settings for these games have never been right. That's the thing I'd say for NASCAR 16. It's very hard to do, obviously, to try and tailor a game that works for both controllers and wheels. And I understand most people play this game with controllers. But seriously, the laggy, strangely unresponsive wheel settings are just not good enough, especially when you're that close to other cars. It's ridiculous. I'm restarting mid-pack. And apparently still a lap down. Not quite sure what's going on with that.
Car down low.
I'm 19th, apparently one lap down, even though I got a wave around. I don't... What? But what's most frustrating is that I'm 19th, and yet I'm right in the mid-pack. I restarted 12th in line. Which is not good, as I've already explained. I'm not good in the middle of packs. I don't want to draft with him. Just let me down to the bottom. Oh. It's where everyone comes through on the bottom, isn't it? Yep. Yep. Everybody. Everybody down on the bottom. Everybody there.
Low side.
Come on, Jimmy. Johnson boys rolling again.
Inside.
Oh, God. They're going 3 wide alongside me. Can you just not do that? Can you just not do that? Especially when I'm right up against the wall. I really cannot even. I'm just going to slip out and try and not hit the wall or anyone. Stop going 3 wide. Stop it. Oh, for f***'s sake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm in the Daytona 500 at least. I'm on the pole. I mean, I'm locked in. And I think there's only 44 cars that enter this race anyway. So there's only 44 Sprint Cup cars on the roster. So, all right, let's overtake Allmendinger at least. I can have a battle with my favourite driver. To the inside. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm still last. I'm battling with 3-4 other guys, maybe, who are off the lead lap. I was tempted to cause another caution. Just to get myself back on the lead lap. Just spin someone.
And your arm's starting to hurt.
But, yeah, it's been a bit of a rough start to our
6 to go.
NASCAR career, but I wouldn't expect it any other way. This is going to be a baptism of fire series. To be honest, I've driven most of this race with a knackered right front anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, wish list for NASCAR 16. Let me know in the comments throughout the series. You know, things we come up with, ideas, stuff like that. New features. I mean, new features that no one's thought of. Because at the moment, most people are just looking backwards. Looking at previous NASCAR games and saying, oh, we had that in this and we don't anymore. Let's have that again. Like, you know, obviously I would like a full sort of Xfinity series, truck series, maybe some K&N and late model, no, not late model, modified stuff. That would be really cool. I mean, imagine the Euro series in the official NASCAR game. That would be unbelievable. That would be amazing on toast. But, I mean, it'd be cool to have the top 3 series in there. That'd be very cool. So, NASCAR 16. I assume they're probably working on that. But having heard some of the arguments about TV deals for even those lower series, then it's probably a case of money, as most things are in this depressing capitalist world that we live in. Jeb Burton is leading this race. Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. BK Racing could be about to win a dual race and get in the Daytona 500. That'd be an awesome story. I wouldn't be the only underdog Toyota in the Daytona 500. That'd be very cool to see.
White is out. Final lap.
White flag is up, so we're probably going to finish this race last. We're going to make an incongruous debut in Sprint Cup Series competition. A pole and then last. Cole Witt's up in front. Come on, Cole. The Cole Witt hype train. He's got to have his wits about him for this final lap. What do you want to see from the NASCAR games? I want to hear your suggestions for it, and I want to hear what you've got to say in the comments below. And share and like the video and obviously all that stuff. But the DMI games and the DMI guys on Twitter have been fairly active, so let's make this positive. Let's not just go, the ETX NASCAR games have sucked. Yeah, new guys are coming in to make the next one. So let's tell them what we want. And let's try and hopefully work together and make the best damn NASCAR game we can. As Tony Stewart wins the Budweiser Duel, and I finished last.
Don't worry.
I finished last despite leading for a lot of that. That spin, man, that random spin completely killed my race. And you can tell I'm pretty heated over it. As I say, I just don't understand what happened there. Anyway, Jeb Burton finishes 7th in the end, still enough to get him into the Daytona 500. Michael Annett 6th. Good effort for H. Scott. Chase Elliott races his way into the 500. Tony Stewart wins the duel, the outside duel winner. As the thunder comes rolling in again, Cole Witt will make his way into the 500. He raced really well all race, despite the fact he took me out at some point. No hard feelings there. Nothing. No, none at all. Not at all. Well, thanks very much for watching. Lock in next week, next Friday, for the Daytona 500 proper, where hopefully we should have slightly less random spins and random crashes. And the Noismobile should look a little bit more like that at the end of the race, rather than the busted up shambles that it was. But thanks for tuning in for this first one, Bombers. Like, thumbs up the video, share it around, comment away, let me know what you want to see from the official NASCAR 16 game coming out next year. I'll see you next time, Bombers.